Okay, let's dive in. We've all been there, haven't we? Staring at just, well, a wall of raw log data, trying desperately to find that one tiny thing, that needle in the haystack that explains why your app just fell over or, why your server is suddenly working overtime. It's a huge challenge, really. Just making sense of the sheer volume of information that streams from our applications, from our infrastructure. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack two really powerful tools, Azure Log Analytics and the Kusto Query Language, KQL. We want to show you how they work together hand in hand to turn all that, frankly, overwhelming noise into clear answers. Think of it maybe like this. Log Analytics is like a giant, super smart filing cabinet for all your app's logs. And KQL, that's the precision tool you use to search through it, find what you need fast.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how these tools go beyond just showing you errors.
Yeah.
They can help you pinpoint, say, that really obscure error code that only happens on Tuesdays at 3 a.m., you know, revealing some kind of systemic issue you probably never spot otherwise. It's really about shifting from just reacting to problems.
To proactively understanding, maybe even predicting them. And, well, at the end of the day, that means you can troubleshoot issues with more confidence, you can fine-tune your systems, optimize your applications. You get this whole new level of foresight.
That makes perfect sense. So the central hub you mentioned, Azure Log Analytics,
Yeah.
it really does act as that single place for collecting and storing log data from like all sorts of different sources.
Exactly, yeah, pretty much everything. Azure services, VMs, your own custom applications, network devices. It pulls it all together.
And that centralization, it's not just about being tidy, is it?
Yeah.
It actually enables deeper insights because KQL can then do more than just simple searching.
Precisely. It's a powerful analysis engine. It lets you not just count errors, for instance, but really understand their trends over time, or even correlate them with specific user actions, maybe. That's where it gets really interesting, beyond just basic log viewing.
Got it. Yeah, and the practical uses for this are just, well, they're vast, but also surprisingly accessible even if you're just starting out. Think about that common scenario. An app crashing. Instead of manually digging through fragmented text files, KQL lets you instantly filter for specific events. Maybe something like exceptions where app name equals your app. And then you could chain that, maybe summarize count by stack trace, to immediately see the most common culprits. It's finding the pattern.
Not just an error, but the pattern. I like that.
Exactly. I actually remember a client, they were convinced they had a network problem. Hours spent looking. But a quick KQL query showed their app was just constantly trying to reach a server that, well, it had been shut down weeks before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, saved them so much frantic troubleshooting. It was right there in the logs, just needed the right tool to see it.
That's a great example. Real headache solver. But, some people might say, okay, isn't KQL just another query language, kind of like SQL? What really makes it special for log analysis?
That's a fair question. And yeah, there are similarities. But KQL is really purpose-built for time series data. And the kind of nested or hierarchical data you often find in logs. So operations like summarized by bin timestamp 1A to see hourly trends. We're using the make series operator to visualize, say, CPU spikes across your VMs before they cause problems. That stuff is incredibly intuitive and performs really well in KQL. You can even start forecasting capacity needs with decent accuracy, which, traditional SQL can sometimes struggle with when you're dealing with massive streams of log data.
Right, makes sense.
And it's also super powerful for security stuff, spotting weird login attempts by correlating events across different systems, or even understanding user behavior, like which features in your e-commerce app are actually being used.
So lots of applications.
Tons. And the great thing is, like I said, for newcomers, it's designed to be approachable. You can start really simple and build up your query complexity as you learn.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. We've talked about how Azure Log Analytics centralizes all that data, acts as that intelligent hub, and how KQL is that really intuitive, powerful search and analysis engine for your logs.
Yeah, it gives you the lens to see what matters. Pinpointing errors, monitoring infrastructure health like CPU usage, tracking user behavior, even spotting potential security issues. It covers a lot of ground.
And it's accessible for beginners to get started.
Definitely. You don't need to be a KQL wizard on day one.
Yeah. Right. So here's a thought for you listening right now. Given what we've discussed, how might you start using these tools, maybe just in a small way, to get some immediate insights? Here's a little challenge. Try setting up a Log Analytics workspace in the Azure portal. That's your starting point, your dedicated space. Then maybe pick a test app, something simple, and enable its diagnostic logs, get that operational data flowing in, and then just practice. Run some simple KQL queries, like Try app exceptions summarize count by type, see what your common error types are. Or maybe performance counters, where counter name, percent, processor time, summarize avg counter value by bin timestamp 1H to track CPU usage over time. Just play with it. See how quickly you can start uncovering patterns and build that confidence in monitoring and improving your own systems. It's really about applying it directly.